On Friday, you completed some multiplication and division questions. Now, some students had a lot of problems in deciding whether it was multiplication or division, what strategies to use, and then just how to solve it in general. So today in maths, you're going to be solving similar problems, and I'm going to go through and answer the problems from Friday to give you an idea about how you can approach the problems for today. So Mrs. Kokinas grew apples on her farm. She had 13 trees. Each tree harvested 37 apples. So you could draw 13 trees, couldn't you? You could show it visually. And each tree had 37 apples. So if I have 13 trees and each tree has 37 apples, I'm going to have to count each tree's apples. You could do repeated addition. So if we're doing repeated addition, then that's multiplication. So you could write out 37 13 times, but that might take you a bit of time. The area model would be a great strategy to use for this problem. So we do 13, we break 37 into 30 and 7 like that. And then we multiply and add at the end. 13 times 30 though is still pretty tricky. So you could break that down even further down here to be 10 times 30 and 3 times 30. That's a lot easier to deal with. We're further partitioning our 13. So 10 times 30 is 300. And 3 times 30, well, we can count by 30, is 30, 60, 90. So our answer here is 390. 13 times 7, we can do the same strategy. 10 times 7 equals 70. 3 times 7, 7, 14, 21. So the answer is 91. Once we have that, we can add them together. 0 plus 1 is 1. 9 plus 9 is 18. Put down the 8, carry the 1. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. So our answer is 481. Now, another strategy that you could use is just doing 13 times 37. You might have seen this strategy before. 7 times 3 is 21. Put down the 1, carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus the 2 is 9. Now, since we're done with the 7, we cross that out. We're done with the 1s column, and we bring down a 0 like that. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. And then we add 1, 18, and 4. That's a different strategy, okay? You could do it this way. You could do the area model. You could do this strategy. So whichever one you use is fine to solve that one. Next, Mr. Whiteford bought 12 chickens for his coop. Let's just turn that over like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll just use this space over here. There you go. And in total, he paid $180 for his chickens. So he bought 12 chickens, but he only paid $180. So if I have my 12 chickens, I'm just going to draw circles for the chickens. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sharing out the $180 to each chicken because I'm trying to find out how much each chicken cost. So in that case, this is a division question. So we need to share the 180 amongst the 12 chickens. So you could do it really slowly and go $1, 1, 1, 1, 1, but that would take a lot of time. So another strategy that we can use is this strategy here. How many times does 12 go into 1? 0. How many times does 12 go into 18? Well, it goes 1 time and there's 6 remaining. How many times does 12 go into 60? So we might write it out 12 times tables. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 15. And the way that we can check that is by doing 15 times 12. And that way it'll tell you if your answer is correct. It's always a good way to do the inverse to see if your question is correct. Next question. Penny went to Hawaii for 6 nights. Accommodation was $165 a night. So to stay in the hotel room, it's $165 each night, and she stays for 6 nights. So I need 6 groups of 165. So that's a multiplication question. So we could do 165 times 6 like that. We could do repeated addition. We could write this out 6 times This might take a bit longer, but it is a strategy that you can use. We could do the area model. We could break it into 100, 60, and 5, like that. 6 times 100 is 600. 6 times 60, well, 6 times 6 is 36, so 6 times 60 is 360. 6 times 5 is 30, and now we just have to add them together. 600, 360, and 30, 0, 9, and 9. So there are 3 very clear strategies that you can use. It's always great to then do the inverse to solve to check your answer. But today's questions are going to be very similar. So copy these strategies for your answers today, and I think you'll find a lot more success.